It was a good week for the Athletics against divisional foes. Bob Melvin and the boys took 4-6 from the Mariners and Astros, two of the teams they are fighting in the AL West. Tonight, another team from the division comes to the Coliseum, the Texas Rangers. The Rangers have had a disappointing season, but are always tough on the A's. The A's are officially in a pennant race, and they need to take advantage of struggling teams to keep pace in the standings. It's the A's and the Rangers, Game 1, next. Well, after a weekend where the A's took 2 out of 3 from the Astros, it's back to work tonight. And it's the Texas Rangers in town. Bartolo Colon and Mike Fiers, that's your pitching matchup. The A's are one game back of the Astros in the American League West. A's and Rangers coming up on NBC Sports California, powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball, along with my broadcast partner, Dallas Braden. I'm Glenn Kuiper. The A's acquired Mike Fiers on August 6th. He's made a couple of starts for the A's, both good starts. And really, Dallas, he's been good all year. He's got a 3.38 ERA for the season.
Well, that's the idea, is they identified him as somebody very early on who could help them. To your point, had a great year going while in Detroit. But since he showed up here in Oakland, he has without a doubt been the strike thrower as advertised. 13 punch-outs, 0 free passes in his 2 starts for Oakland, and has dazzled, and done a tremendous job in handing that ball over to a competitive bullpen.
All right, now offensively for the A's, Chris Davis, 36 home runs, another monster season in Dallas. You get the feeling when the Texas Rangers come to town, Chris Davis kind of rubs his hands together and smiles.
Well, he has definitely turned the Texas Rangers into his own personal whipping boy. This year, his slash line, 283, 361, 736 with an OPS north of 1,000, 7 homers, 20 RBIs against the Texas Rangers. Those are both tops against any division opponent or opponent, frankly, across baseball this year for Chris Davis. He is licking his lips right now, looking for some Texas barbecue.
All right, and on the season, 98 RBIs for Chris Davis, so he's about to get to 100 RBIs for the 3rd consecutive season. So it's the first of 3 from the Coliseum. Monday Night Baseball, it's the A's and the Texas Rangers. We'll have lineups and first pitch right after this.
Brought to you by Toyota. Designed for the grind that comes through every time. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota. Let's go places. By Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by Jack in the Box. Try something different, like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls. Only at Jack in the Box for a limited time.
Welcome back to the Coliseum. That is a Make-A-Wish kid. The A's celebrating the Make-A-Wish Foundation tonight. So as always, the Athletics doing wonderful work in the community. That's a happy youngster right there. Little high five, little low five from Jonathan Lucroy, and that means it's time to play baseball. Game time weather presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is open daily. Hey, it's a little cool tonight. It says 62 degrees. Quite frankly, it feels a little cooler than that. But we are set for baseball as the A's have taken the field. All white uniforms tonight for the Athletics and the Texas Rangers in town. Here's the starting lineup for the Rangers, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It starts with Shin-Soo Choo, he's the DH. Then a red-hot Rougned Odor will hit second and play second. It's Andrus, Muzzara, Profar, Gallo, Guzman, Chirinos, and Robinson.
Taking on Mike Fiers, who's been outstanding thus far in the early go for the Oakland A's, making his 24th start on the season. Third one here for the Oakland Athletics. Has pitched well both times this year against Texas. Looking to continue that trend here at home at the Coliseum.
Defensively behind Mike Fiers, the A's will have Martini in left, Laureano in center, and Piscotty in right. And then it's Chapman, Simeon, Lowry, and Olsen around the infield with Jonathan Lucroy doing the catching. So we're set for baseball as Fiers has finished up his warm-up tosses. A's coming into tonight one game back of the first place Houston Astros. The Astros will be in Seattle tonight. That game will start at any moment. So as we like to do, we'll keep a very close eye on what those two teams are doing tonight as the Astros and the Mariners play in Seattle. So here is Shin-Soo Choo, the leadoff hitter. 20 homers, 57 RBIs for the veteran left-handed hitter. First pitch is hit high and foul. Bruce Streckman is calling balls and strikes. Mike Estabrook at first, Chris Siegel at second. Marvin Hudson is the crew chief, and he is down at third. And you can see the guys bundled up a little bit tonight, although Bruce Streckman says forget that.
Yeah, I tell you, that marine layer is creeping in quickly.
We noticed it about a half hour ago, and it started to cool off quite a bit.
Dense air. Thinking about the ball flight or lack of as that blanket settles softly here in the East Bay.
Swinging and a miss, 1-2.
It's a good split from Fiers. Like to see this a lot tonight from Mike against a lineup that has done fairly well since the All-Star break.
That's a pretty good lineup with a lot of left-handed hitters and a lot of left-handed power.
Yeah.
Pitchcast tonight brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company.
Well, they've got 6 natural lefties in the lineup. Profar switch makes it 7 that Fiers will stare down in this Ranger lineup.
Well, this is what you're talking about, Dallas. This is why I think they're a little bit dangerous right now. Since the All-Star break, the Texas Rangers lead Major League Baseball with 6.45 runs per game, 45 home runs, and they're hitting .311 with runners in scoring position. So the pitching has not been very good for Texas, but the offense is dangerous.
Well, and that's been the name of the game, is utilizing the pitching to keep you in ball games. But for the Texas Rangers, they've gone the opposite route. Their best defense has been a better offense.
Yep. Starters, highest ERA in the American League. The relievers at 4.16. So the offense is carrying the pitching staff for the Rangers. Rangers are 56-70. So a down year for the Rangers after going 78-84 last year.
Well, that was something that they had sort of paid attention to early on in the season. You know, Matt Bush, whether or not he was going to start, relieve, what was he going to do? Tried that out. And, you know, fast forward to the break, Cole Hamels. He gone.
Yep, that's right. Keone Kela gone.
Jake Diekman gone.
3-2. Foul back. And the Rangers over the weekend won 3 out of 4 from the Angels at home, and this is the start of an 8-game trip for Texas.
8-game roadie, 9-pitch AB here early for Chu at the onset.
Chu takes it, and pretty good at bat to start the ball game.
Okay, this is one of those ABs early on. If you're Mike Fiers, you've got to put this one in the back of your brain. Forget about it, flush it, start the ball game all over here against Rougned Odor. 10 pitches, man on first. Try to work down, get you that ground ball, but what an at-bat very early on for Chu.
So here is Odor. Odor, 15 homers, 54 RBIs, hot hitter, be careful.
Well, he's the prime suspect in this lineup.
Right now he is, absolutely.
Okay, he's hitting 360 since the All-Star break. 360 in the second half for Rougned Odor.
Mike Fiers has faced the Rangers twice this year, obviously not as a member of the A's, but as a member of the Tigers. He faced him on May 8th, and he got the win, and he faced him on July 7th, and he got the win. He did, though, give up a home run to Rougned Odor 7th of July. He pitched 6 innings. That's the only run he gave up.
He's familiar. And the long ball has been the issue. 22 homers on the year for Fiers.
Swing and miss. Fastball a little elevated, 1-2.
When you've seen Mike up in the zone with the fastball in the early going here. Getting nice. Been a four-seamer at the top.
Expo brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Chu runs. Odor takes high, the throw to second base. Got him. So Chu is thrown out. And let's take a look at it.
Well, that is a rifle from Lucroy, because Chu gets a great jump here off of Fiers. But not a bad pitch to throw on if you're Luke. Ball up and out, glove side, gets him up out of the squat. Makes a nice fluid exchange. Talk about tag zone. Makes it easy for Simeon. Just let the ball travel, get deep, secure it, put the tag on Chu. Done deal.
So has thrown out 22 attempted base stealers, most in the majors.
Well, as a pitcher, you want to do everything you can to try to control the running game, give your catcher an opportunity.
Right there, strike 3 call. So just like that, 2 outs.
You gotta love it. Get you a little throw out at second base. You back it up with a nice low painted fastball. Odor, can I get you anything? No thanks, just looking.
You can't argue with that one. That is a strike. So 2 away. Here's Elvis Andrus, the shortstop. First pitch is bounced in the hole. Simeon's got it, throws on the run, and Olsen digs it out again. How many times have I said that this year?
Quite a few.
Like 100?
Yep.
Matt Olsen, he can pick it. Does this daily. Davis, Olsen, Piscotty, Simeon, Laureano, Lucroy. Chris Davis, well, he's a head hitter lately, a hot hitter since the All-Star break, and he crushes the Texas Rangers.
That's right, and they are taking on the round mound of hanging around. Bartolo Colon, the ageless wonder, tips the cap to skipper to Bob Melvin as he gets ready to toe the rubber. 23rd start of the year for the Texas Rangers. And a lot of that. A lot of heaters. Pitching off the heater to set up the heater to get to the heater to put you away with the heater.
He has made 3 starts already this year against the A's. A win, a loss, and a no decision. 7-10 on the year. And it's 1-2.
And I like this matchup for the Oakland A's, coming off a tough game against the Texas Rangers. Justin Verlander, Houston Astros and Justin Verlander. Now they've got Bartolo Colon. A lot of fastballs, as I was just kind of joking about, but he's going to be around the zone.
Two pitches outside, 84 miles an hour.
He's going to sink it. He's going to cut it. I mean, nothing that's going to overpower you, nothing we don't already know and have a feel for from Bartolo.
Martini, broken bat line drive into the glove of Elvis Andrus for out number 1. Rangers defense looks like this tonight. Joey Gallo's in left, Drew Robinson is in center, Omar Mazzara is in right, Profar, Andrus, Odor, and Guzman. With Robinson, Chirinos doing the catching. Jeff Bannister in his 4th season. See, the Rangers 14-8 in their last 22 games, so as we pointed out, they are playing better as of late. Still think about how the A's shocked them in that 4-game series, though, down in Arlington not long ago. It was the big 10-2 comeback.
Right.
It was a 4-game sweep.
Well, that's the thing, the 10-2 comeback. I think that was, it's one of the games. You talk about circle games on the calendar, a game that might have provided a turning point or a starting point of some sorts, but that game right there, I mean, down to the very last out, down to the very last strike.
Yeah, that series July 23rd through the 26th, 4 games, hot weather, and the A's just kept grinding. Line drive, fair ball into the left field corner. So Chapman will have a 1-out double.
Talk about staying hot. Little two-seamer up and in. Chappie says, don't mind if I do. Get the head through. It's doubles time.
Well, it's interesting that you say that. Chapman's 29th double. The A's now have 249 doubles on the year. We said that in the double show over the weekend, but they are now 2nd in the American League in total doubles. They're 5th in the league in home runs.
Chapman had a game down in Anaheim. He had 3. I think Jed Lowry wakes up on second base.
First pitch down and away. Lowry 270, 19 home runs and 76 runs batted in. He has faced Cologne 16 times in his career. 6 for 16. Swing and a miss. Fastball with movement away.
And I like this matchup here, especially for Jed, a contact guy, but the familiarity and the lack of wipeout stuff, if you will, from Bartolo. Runners in scoring position, you like your odds of Jed being able to get to something.
Strike right on the corner.
It's the pitcher's pitch here. Tough paint down and away. See Jed. Give it to you.
League hitting .285 against Cologne with runners in scoring position. Up and away. Chris Davis waits in the on-deck circle.
You mentioned the average against Cologne with runners in scoring position, 780 OPS. He's allowed with runners in scoring position as well. That's the worst in baseball.
And that's inside, and now it's a full count. Tonight, any 95-mile-per-hour fastball is our fast pitch, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest Wi-Fi at home and on the go. Don't know if we'll get that from Bartolo Colon. If we do, that would be quite a story.
Yeah, check in somewhere around the 6th or so, 7th.
Payoff pitch to Lowry. Here it is, and it's outside. He walked it.
Yesterday, the crush was real. KD, the crusher, with 2 long balls off Justin Verlander during his 200th career victory. KD, something for you dead central, then a little Oppo taco with something just off the top of the wall. There you go. After the All-Star break, your home run leaders topped off by Chris Davis.
15 home runs since the All-Star break.
There you go, 98 RBIs.
Last year, Chris Davis, 43 home runs, 110 RBI. So similar numbers. He'll probably surpass the RBI total. Foul back. Davis got Cologne in Texas, center field on the 6th of June. So 1 home run in his career against Cologne, 7 home runs against the Rangers this year.
Almost 7 homers and 20 RBIs, the most against any opponent.
Not surprising.
That's where he makes his hay.
And he's got 25 homers and 58 RBIs in 50 games in his career against the Rangers.
Let's see Cologne starting to slow things down. How cool is that?
Anthony Slocum is a Make-A-Wish child, and he signed Chris Davis's jersey. Awesome.
And you know that's KD's doing. Tell him, hey man, I'm taking you out there with me today.
1-2 pitch. Chris Davis could not hold up. 80 miles an hour from Bartolo Colon.
Just a little change up here. It's Bartolo doing Bartolo type things. Not necessarily speeding him up with anything 87, 89, but the arm action, Kipe. Use that same fastball arm speed. Just make it presentable.
It's a good term. Presentable.
Presentable. Make it look like something it's not. In this case, a strike.
So 2 on, 2 out for Olsen. Matt Olsen has a 7-game hitting streak. He's 11 for 30 during that stretch. That's the Bartolo Colon pitch right there that, well, I mean, you got to be aware of it, but it's a very hard pitch to pull the trigger on if you're a left-handed hitter.
That back whip fastball starts at the hip. You don't know if you want to give it a go, if you're going to spit on it and maybe it's a ball.
And he did it again and may get an out of it. And he's going to. So the A's threaten but do not score. No score after 1 inning.
Is brought to you by the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid, America's first hybrid minivan. Test drive one today.
No score, top of the 2nd inning. It's a chilly night at the ballpark. Although she's in a good spot. Well, she was. Now she's not going to be happy.
It's a 30-minute rule. If you can find it and secure it, it's all good.
Hey, when I grew up, there was like 2-day rule.
Yeah.
It's good.
If you can find it.
Happened on Monday, still good on Wednesday. Here's Nomar Mazara. Takes a pitch a little bit outside.
Nomar Mazara is a guy that they plan on factoring into the future plans of the Texas Rangers. This is a guy I know that Jeff Bannister really likes. Organization high on. He's got pop. Like to see him start to really develop, really take that game to the next level. Be a power bat from the left side.
So 1-2 the count to Nomar Mazara. Up and in, 2-2. Foul back, Mazara with a good swing.
Well, again,
16 homers.
Yeah, he can hit the long ball. They'd really like to see him start swinging for average. I mean, 272 on the year. And as he continues to develop, we'll figure out whether or not he can find a place at the top of the lineup.
And that's a fair ball down toward the A's bullpen. Mazara is going to have a double. Hudson called it a fair ball, and it must have bent right around the bag.
Well, it's a split. And he stays inside, just sort of shoots this ball to the left. They got the shift on, obviously. See there, just a little fillet job from Mazara.
So leadoff double. And here's Jurickson Profar. Profar playing third base. Adrian Beltre. Beltre's not on the disabled list, but he's been fighting that hamstring, it seems like, all season long.
Yeah, a little banged up. It's kind of been a nagging injury for him, unfortunately, for the past few seasons.
And really what it's done is it's given Profar a chance to play really a lot this year and a fair amount at third base, and he's had a nice season. Beltre, 7 homers, 43 RBIs, but only 87 games. But a different story for Profar. He's playing in his 112th game, and he's got 65 RBIs.
Well, you're getting an opportunity to check out the viability of Profar, not only on an everyday basis, but in some different positions as well, right?
He's got 28 doubles. He's got 6 triples. First time really playing every day at the big league level, and now you start to think he may be part of the future for the Texas Rangers.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt about it. I mean, he's young. And again, he's someone who can play multiple positions for you.
Fouls that one. Just downstairs. Profar, switch hitter.
Pitch up. Profar, it's a good job just to get to it, foul it off.
And Profar still just 25 years old.
He's part of a core group of guys who still young enough they can see continuing to move forward, build around. Mazara being one of them, Profar as well.
Timeout called. A late timeout, but it seems to happen a lot.
Well, you can see Profar, he takes his hand off the bat, sort of asks for time, puts his hand back on the bat, and that's a good job, honestly, by Profar. He asks for it. The umpire doesn't always have to give it to you. Hand back on the bat, ready to go.
Foul back. This is a Profar home run off Mike Fiers. This was on the 8th of May. This was the first time Fires faced the Rangers. And you know what? He didn't look happy there, but he got the win. Pitched into the 6th inning, and the Tigers won the game 7-4. Fires got what at the time was his 3rd win of the year. Pitch, curveball, it hit him. That's that big Fires overhand curve, and it got Profar. Sounded like maybe in the foot.
Yeah, they're trying to go back foot with this thing. Something down in the zone. See, just catches that guard right on the top of that shin guard.
In the 6th position.
And the back foot.
Number 13.
It's a little 2 for 1.
Twelfth time he's been hit by a pitch. That's a lot. So here's Joey Gallo. First pitch to Gallo is in first strike. Well, they're underway up in Seattle, and the Mariners with a 2-1 lead in the 2nd inning. Quite a bit of action in the 1st inning of that game. Marwin Gonzalez has homered for the Astros. He was in the 1st, then the bottom of the 1st, the Mariners answered back with a 2 spot. That's Garrett Cole and Felix Hernandez. So Felix Hernandez back in the rotation.
Back in there.
You know the story. A's are 1 game back of the Astros. The Mariners are 4.5 back. So memorize those AL West standings each and every day.
Well, again, I've harped on the notion that it's another opportunity for the A's to continue to do what they've been doing. Let the Astros and the Mariners beat up on each other, however that shakes out. If the Oakland A's have done what they've needed to do and taken care of business, they will be the beneficiaries.
Absolutely. But you got to win.
Got to.
If you win, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Because you're going to gain ground on somebody.
Well, that's, yeah, it's either gaining ground or separation, right? Separation from the Mariners, who are looking to stay close. Or it's a matter of gaining ground and potentially surpassing a Houston Astros team. I mean, that's what you want to do. You'd love to come out with a division lead, because now you put the Houston Astros in your position. The Mariners are now chasing them instead of you, and you're looking to create separation for yourself.
We will keep an eye on that game the entire night. Three and one to Joey Gallo. Swing and a miss. Gallo chased it. And now 3-2.
He'll go up top. He likes to get to those, and if Fires can stay just out of harm's way, just out of length of that jab, he'll be all right.
The 3-2 pitch is hit in the air left field, playable for Martini. Martini's got it, and that's the first out. And now it'll be Ronald Guzman, a young left-handed power hitter.
Batting in the 7th position, the first baseman, number 67.
That's funny. I mean, it's chilly tonight. We've said it a couple times now. If you're the Texas Rangers, this probably feels wonderful. I mean, we were there for 4 games, what, 2.5, 3 weeks ago, and it was 100 degrees game time all 4 games.
Sweltering.
Yeah. So this has to feel pretty good for them to play 3 games here. And I just kind of put it together. They have one of those lovely interleague road trips where they're going to stay in the Bay Area the whole week, because they will play the Giants this weekend.
How about that?
So they're off Thursday and then at AT&T Park Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So they will get comfortable and be at their team hotel for a whole week.
And how about this note, Guy? With this week's temperature highs, I think in the Bay Area being somewhere around 70. The only sub 70-degree first pitch temp the Rangers have seen this year was the beginning of June. Or since the beginning of June. July 11th at Boston, 69 degrees. That's the last time they've seen it.
Yeah, they're not stiffing that at home. That's for sure. So this is probably.
It's brisk.
This will feel good to them for a full week. One and one the count to Ronald Guzman, hitting .239. He's got 13 home runs and 47 RBI. Swing and a miss. There's that high fastball. Guys just cannot lay off that pitch, even the velocity at 90 or 91.
Well, it looks good. You see that tight four-seam rotation, backspin. Again, looks very presentable. Looks like something that the hitters can handle. Tough to get on plane with the fastball elevated, though. See Mike Fiers holding the ball. Gonna put it on Guzman. It's a matter of helping control the base paths as well.
The curveball, and Guzman does not chase it. So 2-2 the count. A lot of pitches so far. Fiers has thrown 37. He's got one out here in the second inning.
Well, again, it looks like he's just had a little bit of a difficult time trying to get that ball back down in the zone. Caught Odor looking in the first inning with a fastball down, but has found himself up in the top of the zone more often.
And that one inside. Since the 30th of May, Mike Fiers has the second lowest ERA in the American League. Only Trevor Bauer better. So that tells you that he's really, even before that, he was pitching well. He's having a good year.
So threw the ball well while in Detroit.
3-2 pitch. There's that high fastball.
There's that high fastball, and if he can get that split located down right now, there's a good chance he'll get Guzman on a swing through. He's just had trouble getting himself back down in the zone.
Yeah, fewest pitches per game. Fiers is second. And this is number 40 already. 3-2 pitch, strike three called on the inside corner.
Little freeze frame. Four-seamer on the inside. Good chance Guzman's looking split. Something soft, down and away. And Fiers and Lucroy just beat him to a spot on the inside.
So a very good pitch by Fiers to get his second strikeout. And here's Robinson Chirinos. Chirinos at .220, 16 home runs, 55 runs batted in. Chirinos has 3 home runs against the A's this year. Fiers has been ready to pitch for about 12 to 15 seconds.
He's a guy, hey, he'll get it and go. He wants to roll.
Chirinos doing a lot of yard work. Right on the corner, and the count 1-1.
It's a good fastball down and away, 91. Fiers wants it. Wants to get it and go, and that's a hallmark of a pitcher who understands the value of the defense behind him being on their toes, ready to go. Again, if you're not going to overpower folks, you want to make sure that you're working in a rhythm that everybody feels comfortable with.
Including the announcers?
Including the announcers. Absolutely. I don't know how much.
Absolutely.
The announcers are taken into consideration, but
probably not much. 2-1 to Chirinos. First two runners got a board against Fires. Now he's trying to get out of the jam. Nasty pitch, 2-2.
Good curveball down. A bit of a slider, actually. Something you don't see a ton of from Fires.
Pitch, there's the big curve, and now full count. So the runners will go. Mazzara at second, Profar at first. That's Drew Robinson, the on-deck hitter. Another left-handed hitter.
There we go, slider down. You get the swing. Chirinos spits on the curveball. Who knows, might be time to run one up at top of the zone.
That one's hit toward left. Martini hustling over, and he's going to get there. Makes the catch. Side retired. So a couple of runners stranded. Bottom of the second coming up.
California is brought to you by Kelly Moore Paints. Go where the pros go. Kelly Moore, the painter's paint store.
So bottom of the second inning, no score between the A's and the Rangers. A's threatened in the first. They had first and second and one out, could not score. Piscotti, Simeon, and Laureano against Bartolo Colon.
And you know, you think about a guy like Bartolo who's going to come out pumping a lot of strikes, working around the zone, and that's something you got to think about.
That is a fair ball, just fair, and it's going to be another double for the Athletics. So the A's have something going here in the second inning. Well, earlier today, right before the game, some pre-selected children were down on the field, and it was all part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the relationship between the A's and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And that's the youngster signed Chris Davis's jersey. Those pre-selected children joined the A's starters out on the field, and it was a pretty cool moment.
Always a cool moment. Always a cool moment. Anytime you can put a smile on a little kid's face at the ballpark, you're doing something right.
And you know what? That's what Make-A-Wish Foundation is all about. So nicely done. Marcus Semien, the hitter, and he takes a strike. So 1-1 the count.
As I was mentioning, you got a guy like Bart who's going to come in and be around the zone. You really have got two plans of attack you can employ. One, force him to come into the zone, force him to throw those strikes, or two, be aggressive early, knowing, anticipating him around or in the zone. Don't wait around. You know, he might be getting that love 2 inches off early. Find yourself 0-1, 0-2 first 2 times around. You can get late quick.
1-2 to Marcus. See, that's what Cologne does. He'll tease you, move it off the plate a little bit more.
You saw Chirinos almost crossed up, it looked like, and you know, that ball coming back.
Laureano to follow. Driven to left. That is going to shoot right over Gallo's head, and it's going to knock in a run, and it's going to be another double. 1-0 A's lead.
Oakland rolling on dubs. Little two-seamer coming on back to the barrel of Marcus Semien. See there, over the head of Gallo, he's got no shot. Trading places with old Piscotti, just making sure it's down.
So 28 doubles for Marcus Semien, 3 more doubles tonight for the A's, and that'll bring up Ramon Laureano. And the first pitch to Laureano is a little bit inside. Laureano, 7 hits in 28 at bats. A little bit high, and now it's 2-0.
And that's not a call Bart's typically going to get, him being a sinker ball or ball up in the zone. So a couple fastballs to the youngster Laureano, showing some patience early against the wily vet.
He does get that call.
Well, you can see that right there, Bartolo. Just that brief little mechanical cue as he sort of spanned his arms. That's just trying to tell himself to stay on line. I need to be directional towards my target.
That one's hit well to right field. Mazzara going back, turning around, and that baby is gone. Laureano, his first big league home run. It's a 2-run shot, and the A's lead at 3-0.
I'm gonna need to get that one back. Got a place saved in the trophy case for first career home run for Ramon Laureano.
So he goes the other way, drops it right on top of the out-of-town scoreboard in right field. So 3-0 the A's lead here in the second inning. So a special moment for that young man, Ramon Laureano. He's had quite a few good moments in a very short period of time.
He has. He's got a flair for it, doesn't he?
And that's drilled left center. No one's going to get this one. Hey, guess what? It's another double.
Well, I see your double, and I raise you a long ball, Kipe. Let's go back and take a look at Laureano. Right here, little fillet job on a heater middle. Go four-seamer, trying to run it in on the hands of the young righty. Doesn't happen. Foot down, on time. Get your bags packed, Kipe. You know where we're going. All aboard. Next stop, Pound Town.
So double, homer, double here in the second inning. Now the A's have a chance to really stretch it out. Cologne getting knocked around big time.
Well, this is good hitting if you're the Oakland A's here. Nothing to worry about as far as secondary stuff is concerned. Not going to beat you with the fastball. It's about beating you to a spot.
Piscotty a double, Simeon a double, Laureano a homer, Lucroy a double. That's a strike.
You can see the frustration from the youngster Martini.
It's just hard pitch to swing at because I think as the ball's coming in, you think it may hit you in the knee.
Well, you give up on it. That's the problem. You think about your body. We talk about being ready to hit. What does that mean? Hands in a ready position. Your timing. But you give up on that thing if you think it's coming right at you. As you said, right at your hip. You're thinking, nope, I'm laying off here. And that thing's just not done working its way back.
There it is again.
You can see he's trying to figure out a game plan here. How do I attack that? How do I defend this? Because then if you're Bartolo, what you do is you start that four-seamer in on the black there. Maybe even try to cut it in. Now you've really got him in a pretzel.
3-2 pitch. That one is belted right center. Robinson's going to get back. He's got it. And he dropped it. It looked like on the exchanger he slipped. So he slipped on it as he was kind of setting his foot. Lucroy alertly tags up and goes to third. He was going to go to third whether Robinson slipped or not.
Yeah, Luke goes back to second early here, but you can see Robinson just on the pivot as he's starting to turn around. Not looking to make a throw to challenge Lucroy, just trying to get it back in. But again, that marine layer starts to settle in. Moisture collects on the grass.
Absolutely.
Things can get slick out there. It could be an adventure.
So runner at third, one out for Chapman. Infield comes most of the way in, maybe not all the way in.
Still a lot of ball game left. Texas not willing to completely concede the run.
Pop up left field. Gallo coming in. Lucroy tagging, he'll bluff and he will stay. So Chapman not quite deep enough, 2 outs.
Chapman just trying to drive something to a deep part of the ballpark. Just working underneath that two-seamer from big fella Bartolo.
Lowry walked in the first inning. Lowry takes a strike. Had that movement on it, but it was moving out of the strike zone, but just caught the strike zone.
Caught the strike zone, oddly enough, at the top. The more you start to work towards the corners of the zone, the higher you get. Typically, you don't get the love on the corners at the top of the zone.
And now it's 0-2.
Now there's that four-seamer that stays true, right? So here comes that back whip fastball again. 86, lots of movement. Started at the front, hip a jet. See if he can lock him up. So this is pitching 101. 3 different approaches, 1 pitch. There it is.
That was a good pitch by Cologne.
You see, that's really all you can do. Fight it off, pull the hands. It's a pitch, unless you're looking for it, it's just not something you feel you can really handle with authority. And as a left-hander, you want to sell out for that pitch. Anything that starts to move farther away to the corner, you're going to run out of bat, run out of power. It's a 4-3 rollover.
Toward Gallo, who drifts toward the line. He's in fair territory. He makes the catch. And that will do it for the A's, but a big inning. They score 3 times. Ramon Laureano, his first home run of his career. It was a 2-run shot to right field. There it is.
Folks, when was the last time you saw the A's take BP? Huh? In batting practice?
We saw it today.
Saw it today, we did. But for every Tuesday night home game, the ballpark gates are now open at 4:30 p.m. Plus, parking is free on most Tuesdays as part of the Chevy Free Parking Tuesdays. Come to the ballpark early to enjoy BP and make a lasting memory.
You know, we were watching BP right around 4:30.
Today, we were.
Awesome.
It's great.
I mean, there's probably not a better time to be able to see BP. About 4:30 to maybe 5:15.
Ish,
give or take.
I'm telling you, you see some home runs, man.
Bring your glove, get a spot out in left field or right field. Your chance of getting a souvenir is very high.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Robinson on 3 pitches heads back to the dugout.
Short work of Drew Robinson. A fastball up in the zone. That's something we've seen a lot early on from Fiers tonight. And if he's able to harness that, which is an approach he uses, it's not like he's errant up at the top of the zone right now. But there are times you do like to throw strikes down in the zone to open up that upper part. We've seen him utilize the curveball a couple times.
First pitch strike to Shin-Soo Choo, who had a long at-bat in the first inning and ended up walking. In fact, that walk is the first walk that Fiers has issued as an Athletic. He only walked 27 on the year in what is now 132 innings.
Yeah, not something he is typically known for.
And now 1-2 to Shin-Soo Choo. Choo's been a hot hitter. 16 hits in his last 35 at bats. That's a .457 average. Covers 10 games.
Something's going on down there in Texas.
Got it. Nasty breaking ball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Mike Fiers.
There's this big curveball. Probably paint on the black for a strike anyway. Don't know if he would have got the call. There it is. You see that tight rotation. And you see where that ball started. You could see Chu's eyes make contact with it up in the zone. Again, think about him pitching up in the zone with that fastball. We talk a lot about changing eye level. That's a really good look right there at why it's effective.
Here's Odor. Jabs at it, bunt attempt. Chapman was coming in.
Well, there's a good chance if he makes contact with that cleanly, it's probably a double over the head of Matt Chapman.
Line shot.
You can see Chappie playing basically where the shortstop would play if the infield was in. Third base obviously vacated.
Odor struck out looking in the first inning, so it was the first of the 4 strikeouts so far by Fiers.
Good fastball down.
Fiers' first start with the A's against the Dodgers, he struck out 8. And then against the Mariners in his last start, which was on Tuesday, he struck out 5. Likes to snap off that big overhand curve every once in a while.
You just never know. You know, it's a pitch he can use to get back into the count. Something he can steal strikes with as well. And you're only hitting 211 against the curveball.
And now 2-2. Odor got a pitch that was floating on the inside corner.
That split. I believe good chance Odor sees another one here. Might see Fiers take a little off. There it is. They want the curveball down and dirty.
Odor with that very aggressive approach pretty much on every pitch.
You see that leg kick. That's not taking a back seat.
That leg goes up, and after that,
it's go time.
It is go time.
Good curveball back door. So again, a couple different places he can go now, right? Up top again with that fastball. Maybe back it up with another bender. I'm going to double up.
Got it. Struck out the side, did Mike Fiers, so he's rolling along, and so are the A's. They lead 3-0. The Coors Banquet Timeless Moment, August 7th of this year, Bartolo Colon reached a goal. 246 wins. He became the winningest major league pitcher born in Latin America. Colon was tied for 50th of all pitchers, with 5 of those ahead of him being foreign. Bartolo Colon. Right now, 247 career wins. It's really been quite a career for Bartolo Colon. Facing Davis, Olsen, and Piscotti.
He became the winningest Dominican-born pitcher, passing the Dominican dandy, Juan Marichal.
Not a bad guy to pass.
No, decent company.
Active pitchers. Has the most wins, 3 ahead of CC Sabathia.
Look at CC. One of NorCal's finest. Vallejo native.
So Verlander get number 200. Clayton Kershaw got 150.
That's right.
Over the weekend.
150. When you think about the time in which it's taken him to accumulate 150 career victories at the major league level. And Justin Verlander just notching his 200th here, unfortunately, yesterday.
And that one is hit high and deep, and you can absolutely forget about it. That baby is gone. Heads up in Berkeley.
My word. Pipe, I'm going to need a rag, a squeegee, and some Windex because I've got window duty. Look out! You pay this kind of money, you think you're out of harm's way. Not with KD at the dish. Heater middle, and KD's hungry. And what do? When you're hungry, Kipe? You let it eat.
I just want to know what window it hit up there, because it did hit a window. Right there. So that is number 37 for Chris Davis. Here's a good look.
Check it out. And if you look out your window to the left, you'll see Pound Town.
Matt Olson pops a foul back. So it is now 37 homers and 99 RBIs for Chris Davis.
Mama, there goes that man again.
One and 2 to Matt Olson. '25 career home runs now against the Texas Rangers / Washington Senators. He'll hit more against them. Jam shot rolled to Guzman. 2 away. So 4-0 the A's lead. I said 2 away, I meant 1 away.
Get your calculator, Kai. We're going StatCast on the big pop from KD. 111 off the bat, 28-degree launch angle, 438 feet away, all the way out to left center in the glass factory.
StatCast AI powered by AWS. I always wonder what a guy is thinking about after he hits a ball like that. They went almost 450 feet.
He's thinking, I hope they didn't spill coffee all over themselves.
Profar has it. Throws in time. Piscotty's retired. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. And that'll bring up Marcus Semien. So Laureano with a 2-run homer in the 2nd inning. Chris Davis with a solo shot here in the 3rd. Chris Davis coming into today trailed J.D. Martinez, who had 38 home runs. Jose Ramirez had 37. Chris Davis had 36. B.I., did either of those gentlemen ahead of Chris Davis hit home runs today? B.I., our very fine stat man, has monitors watching each and every game.
I'm thinking no. Kipe, I hadn't heard anything, but
nope, they did not. So Chris Davis, Jose Ramirez now 37 home runs, one behind J.D. Martinez. Dropped down the third base line. Gallo was shaded over there a little bit. He gets to it quickly. Marcus Semien is 2 for 2. Hey, you want to look at the home run again?
I'm in.
Here it is. It's a great shot.
Oh,
good camera placement.
Not so much for the fastball.
Well, we always wondered, could a ball get hit to the treehouse? Well, that one hit off the glass windows below and down a little ways from the treehouse. Profile with a nice play on the backhand short hop pick. And he throws him out. We're marveling at the home run by Chris Davis. Why not? 438 feet. 4-0 A's lead.
For dealers is Mike Fiers here on the punch out for Odor. Now take a look. The long delay, the hesitation by Fiers on the two-strike curveball. Odor, we had mentioned the big leg lift, and this is Mike Fiers pitching 101. Disrupt the timing. That is what pitching is, the art of disrupting timing of the hitter at home plate.
Well, that's as big of a leg lift as you will see on any hitter.
What's Again, we're in that day and age where the two-strike approach is sort of a bedtime story.
You think?
Something that folks got put to bed with, something we don't necessarily see on a day-in, day-out basis at the big league level.
But the leg, and everybody has different degrees of a leg lift, but you can't really do anything until your leg comes down.
Right, you got to be.
Foot's got to hit the ground before you can do anything.
And you hear a lot of these mechanical cues. Get the foot down. Yeah. Be on time. Those kind of mean the same thing. If your foot's not down, you're clearly not on time. You're not ready to hit.
One hop, Marcus Semien. And that is out number one. So you may say, well, why the big leg lift? I mean, I guess if you just think about it, if you want to hit off your back leg a fair amount, and if you lift up your front leg, all your weight most of your weight goes to your back leg, and that's where the power comes from, correct?
Correct. You're trying to transfer. It's the transfer of energy from the backside to a firm front side, a front post, if you will. And remember, the hitters are looking for any movement, any sort of timing mechanism on the pitcher's end that they can use just to kind of get themselves going.
Sure.
You know, creating rhythm. You have to look, as a hitter, you look at the pitcher as your dance partner. They're the one sort of leading the dance. They're going to start their windup. They're going to create the rhythm of the AB.
Good pitch right on the inside corner. And the count 0-2 to Nomar Mazara.
Good fastball is located inner part to Mazara.
Ball, and it's rolled to first. Olsen charges to get a good hop, 2 outs. You see Fires tonight, he really does well. He always has good control. He's got good control with that curveball too. Seems like when he wants to throw it down, maybe even in the dirt, he can do that.
Well, that's the thing, is if he gets that thing down, I mean that goes for anybody really, and any pitch that they're trying to execute and get outs on, you keep it down. But for him, that's really a key for him. He'll get the swing and miss. He'll get the weak contact if that pitch is down. Curveball, slider.
Profar with a mighty swing, fouls it back.
And Kipe, to that point, just to put a bow on it, opponents are hitting .293 against Fires when he throws that curve and slider down in the zone. That's 3rd worst across baseball. So if he can really bury that thing, that's when he'll have the success. At any point in time, he gives them an opportunity to get to it. That can be troublesome.
So 0-2 to Jurickson Profar. That time he laid off that curveball, but Fires tried it, and he may try it again later on in the at-bat.
Well, and that's the pitch right there that we're talking about, really burying it. You see Profar, again, the way he takes that pitch, it looks appetizing to him at some point in time. It's not him just spitting on it and taking it very comfortably. He's looking at that pitch like it's something I've got to guard against.
There it was again, and again Profar took it.
And now you've slowed him down. You've taken those eyes towards the bottom of the zone. Being a lefty, he could go with a split away, fastball arm speed, movement down and away, or he could run a heater up top.
Another curve missed. So now it's 3-2.
A rare triple up from Mike Fires.
Gallo chalking up a little bit.
When we talk about working off misses, that 2-2 curveball, 3-2 up at the top of the zone could go up with a heater.
It was a high fastball. Chapman there, got it. 3 up, 3 down inning. So that is 9 in a row retired by Mike Fires, 4-0 A's.
We'll play hooky with the A's for our 12:35 against the Rangers on Facebook Watch. This is the only place to catch a video broadcast. Be sure to follow MLB Live on Facebook to catch exclusive national game broadcasts all season long.
So that'll be the third and final game of the series before the A's head out on the road. And it's Lucroy, Martini, and Chapman. A's leading 4-0. Up in Seattle, the Astros leading the Mariners 4-2 in the bottom of the fourth inning. First of a three-game series up there. Cole and Hernandez both still in the game. Gallo over, and Gallo reaches up to make the catch.
Well, earlier today, Sean Manaea and the skipper, Bob Melvin, came by the offices to share the news that 2019 A's Access members will now receive 50% off concessions, 25% off merchandise, and $10 prepaid parking during the final month of the 2018 regular season. Members who joined, new and renewals, are eligible for the best and the brightest benefits starting Saturday, September 1st versus the Mariners. Learn more at athletics.com/2019 today. A's Access, every game your way.
Huh.
How about that?
That's awesome. So on September 1st that starts. So you get parking benefits, half-price concessions, and 25% off merchandise.
Tell you what, I'm sitting at home and I get a phone call from Sean Manaea or Bob Melvin.
You're in?
Well, there's a good chance I'll take on part of the national debt. If I really needed to, I'm in. Let's go. What a surprise that must be.
Or they could, really what they're saying is, you know that thing we're doing for next year? Let's start in 2018.
Let's do it now.
Let's do it in September.
Oh, we've got 30 days to play with.
Free benefits.
That's a pretty sweet deal.
That is a good deal. A's are doing a terrific job. In fact, A's Chief Operating Officer Chris Giles said today that in the first 2.5 weeks, the new A's Access Pass team has sold more new ticket plans for 2019 than they did for all of 2018. Think about that.
That's a big deal.
It's only 2.5 weeks old.
Right.
So a good idea, and it's working.
It's a great idea. A ton of credit to the marketing department. A ton of credit to the folks who are on the phones, banging the lines day in, day out. But the majority of the credit needs to go to those men down there on the field, playing the way they've played.
Yeah, that is, I mean, just think about that. 2.5 weeks old, the A's Access plan. More ticket plans already than all of last year.
That's incredible. That's setting yourself up for a nice 2019 roll.
Chapman fouls it just below us. Well, we can hear the cheering going on right below us, so it's a happy group right there.
Oh yeah, get your picture taken.
One pitch to Chapman, who has doubled and hit a fly ball to left field. That one runs inside.
Chappie holds up, put the brakes on.
.75 pitches for Bartolo Colon. Hit hard right past Matt Williams. See that young lady. It's a good effort right there. She timed her march down the steps to the front railing.
Right.
Perfectly.
Seamless
Watch
transition.
it. Perfect.
Fluid.
Turn around. Yeah. Beat it, Texas Ranger guy. We're going with the young A's fan. It's a good move. 3 up, 3 down inning for Bartolo Colon. And we are headed to the 5th. 4-0 A's.
On NBC Sports California is brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company.
Our old friend Mark Ellis, he was at the ballpark this weekend. Part of the celebration of the 2002 A's, who won 20 consecutive games. Ellie was part of that group. Good teammate, huh? One of the best teammates.
It's a man whose professionalism knows no bounds.
Right at the top. Our good friend Mark Ellis, who very easily could be watching the game from his home in Arizona.
He loves baseball. He's got a nose for the game. He loves the game.
0-1 to Joey Gallo. It's the top of the 5th inning. Mike Fiers has been good. He's allowed 1 hit. He has struck out 5. He's only walked 1. Mighty swing by Gallo. So here they are. See them all. There's Ellie, Ricardo Rincon, Scott Hatteberg. See Dave Justice, Mulder.
There it is.
Billy Cox a little bit inside, trying to run it in there a little bit.
Just making it interesting. Little arm side run.
He can make it interesting now. So that group had a good time. Had Jermaine Dye up in the booth and Tim Hudson.
Yeah, always good to talk to those guys. It's really cool for me because those were guys that I had obviously followed as a youngster, coming up, a teenager, and now drafted by the Oakland A's. I have their stories laid out for me on the daily about the grind and how they got to the big leagues, knowing that they were potential teammates in the future.
What year did you get drafted by the A's?
2004.
Okay, so you were joining the organization right when those guys were just there or starting to leave?
Yep. Growing up in the area, I mean, that was what you were getting beat over the head with daily.
In a good way, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Don't have that. Don't get that misconstrued.
Gallo strikes out. So 6 strikeouts for Fiers, and he seems to be in complete control right now.
Another good split. Elevated split action.
First pitch to Ronald Guzman inside. Guzman struck out looking with a couple of runners on in the 2nd inning. Mike Fiers has retired 10 in a row. Should be 11 in a row. Martini has it. So 2 outs, and here's Robinson Chirinos. 30 pitches in the 2nd inning for Fiers. That's really what has elevated his pitch count, which is now sitting at 79 with 2 outs here in the 5th inning.
He gave up the leadoff double to Mazzara and then put one on the toe of Profar. Was able to settle down, but some extended at bats during that inning as well.
First pitch strike. Well, Fiers his first 2 starts with the A's, 78 pitches in each start, so he's gone past that.
Well, I think Bob Melvin kind of talked about the idea of being in this stretch, 20 games.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got to be able to extend the starting staff just a touch, enough to get you through 5 or 6. You know that bullpen is as good as they are. Bob Melvin has done a great job of picking his spots.
Fastball up and away. Fiers has gone over 100 pitches 5 times this year in his first 23 starts. Got it. Fastball away. Another good inning for Mike Fiers. He's retired 12 in a row. 4-0 A's as we head to the bottom of the 5th. And get live stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. That's outside the Grand Lake Theater. Thought that was a shot of Vegas there.
Yeah.
A's 4, Rangers nothing. If you don't believe us, well, just look right there. Nice.
Happy birthday.
That's why you get the MLB app right there.
That's it. Get yourself some stats and scores. A lot of stuff that might not be readily available to you at the ballpark, but it is right there in the palm of your hand.
Well, every once in a while, I go on it a lot, but if you go on and check the scores, right? But you start tooling around, and then you find, oh, that's on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of cool stuff.
Absolutely. Bartolo Colon back out to work.
Bartolo's not a guy who's concerned himself with any sort of pitch count.
No, and really, he just had one bad inning. And it was a bad one. Double, homer, double. And he scored 3 times in the second. He did give up the Davis home run in the 3rd. Had a 3-up, 3-down 4th inning.
That's what can happen, especially against this Oakland lineup. And I mean, that's 6, 7, 8, 9 doing the damage there for you. So that's what we're talking about when we say really anybody, anytime.
Jed is in complete disagreement with Bruce Dreckman.
Well, time now for the Chrysler drive of the game. Pedal to the metal. Man in the driver's seat. The Klasha. KD doing a little window shopping, if you will.
And Davis hits this one a mile in the air, but it's going to stay in the ballpark. Drew Robinson waiting, and he's got it. A pretty good swing on that one by Chris Davis.
He's got bad intentions every time he takes a pass.
So most home runs by a designated hitter in Oakland A's history. Look at those names. Of course, we saw Frank Thomas in 2006. He was tremendous. John Jaha, a big season in 1999. And then Dave Kingman, go back to the mid-'80s. Don't forget, Dave Kingman was an Oakland A.
John Jaha.
John Jaha, one of the great names.
Formerly of the Milwaukee Brewers, is that correct?
Absolutely correct.
Grew up watching John Jaha swing the bat at old Billy Hebert Field in Stockton, California.
Okay. That's right. That was the Brewers single A team for a while. Here's Ben. He's going to have to flip to Colon, and he does. Side retired. So 7 in a row retired by Bartolo Colon as we head to the 6th.
During their 37th anniversary sale and get up to 37% off appliances and up to 50% off mattresses.
It's a good look at the treehouse. That's the outdoor bar. Kind of nice to feel the breeze, or if you want to go inside, then you go to the inside bar. See, that's the outside hangout. Look to the left and you'll see the ball game.
People having a good time.
Absolutely. Mike Fiers is having a good time. He's retired 12 in a row. The last base runner was when he hit Jurickson Profar in the foot with a pitch. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts.
That's right. Got some swing and miss going tonight. He's had that curveball working too. Doubling, tripling up at times. But you know, that's pitching. You start to get a feel for something. You go with it. You let the ball and the other team tell you what to do.
2-2 the count. Foul back. Drew Robinson struck out in the 3rd. Good night for foul balls. Not a real big crowd tonight. Get after it.
Lay out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. There's the curveball, 75 miles an hour, and that is 8 strikeouts for Fiers.
Settled in very nicely. This 12-6 Uncle Charlie on his best behavior tonight.
Number 17, Shin Soo-Choo.
And again, I think this is really sort of an extension of Mike being up in the zone early with the fastball Figuring, you know what, if I can't really get back down with the heater, let's see how that breaking ball's working. I know I can sequence. I can work off of misses up in the zone with this curveball. So what do? You go back to that bag of tricks. You start breaking that thing out first pitch for strikes, expanding the zone later. And now you're just sort of showing that fastball around the zone, getting your outs with the off speed. A little bit of backwards working.
Hit hard, one hop. That's Lowry to first, 2 away. Hey, you know what? When you're rolling along, once in a while, you just get an atom ball at somebody.
Take it.
Thank you very much. So here's Rougned Odor, who has struck out twice. This has been kind of a fun matchup, and obviously it's gone Fire's way because he struck him out twice. Odor struck out looking in the first inning on a fastball inside.
Yep, low in.
Struck out swinging on a curveball in the third. Taps this one. Semien charges. Quick throw. Got him. Side retired. 15 in a row retired by Mike Fiers. Kelly Johnson bring you the happy hour, also available to listen live and as a podcast at NBCSportsBayArea.com. You get the feeling Kelly Johnson has her hands full with Ray Ratto and Greg Papa?
Yeah, she's she is stuck driving that clown car, ain't she?
She handles it well. Piscotty to lead it off. He'll be followed by Semien and Laureano here in the bottom of the sixth. Bartolo Colon at 85 pitches. Right on the corner, 1-1. Piscotty doubled and scored in the second, grounded to third in the third. Astros still leading the Mariners 4-3, bottom of the fifth inning. That's going to be a base hit to left field.
Well, folks, before you agree to another Labor Day barbecue, make sure you grab your tickets for the hottest team in baseball going as the A's host the Yankees for a three-game set here in the town. Come to the ballpark. Come to see Matt Chapman, Jed Lowry, and the best bullpen in business defend the Bay from the Bronx Bombers. Grab your tickets to this key series starting September 3rd at athletics.com/pinstripes. That's athletics.com/pinstripes.
Yankees not playing tonight. They are the #1 wild card team, 4 games ahead of the A's, the #2 wild card team. Mariners are 3.5 behind the A's. Big series in the American League this week, at least the early part of the week. The Indians and the Red Sox. And the Indians beat the Red Sox tonight 5-4 at Fenway. Two teams that pretty much start printing playoff tickets, I do believe. Kluber beat Porcello. Allen got his 25th save. Indians starting to play well. They've won 8 out of their last 9. There's your wild card. Look. Yankees, A's, Mariners, nobody else. The A's want their name to be off that list. That would mean they're leading the division. Who doesn't love a good pennant race?
Right? That's what makes baseball so exciting right now.
It's good. It's really good. We know what's going on in the AL West. As Jeffrey Springs, the left-hander, starting to throw. All 3 of the divisions in the National League have something going on, and that National League wild card is crazy.
That whole thing is jumbled together.
So, if you're a baseball fan, and we all are, I mean, look at the National League wild card.
It's 5 teams.
5 teams.
Game and a half.
Cardinals and Dodgers playing tonight at Dodger Stadium. 1-0 St. Louis. So that's a big series.
A lot of postseason implications flying around the schedule.
Well, it's just the American League and the National League this year. It's just completely different situations as far as who's going to make it. You get a pretty good idea who's going to go in the American League. There's really only one spot up for grabs, but in the National League, it's just a complete wide open race. So back-to-back hits.
Here's Laureano. First trip around the bases in the young career of Ramon Laureano. Will be a memorable one. Saw the smile on his face. No better feeling, man. No better feeling.
So he comes to bat here with 2 on and nobody out. A's with a 4-0 lead.
Well, that was a nice swing the other way for Laureano. You got runners in scoring position right now.
You're thinking about don't bunt, just let him try to hit the ball to the right side and maybe through. There's a huge hole there. That's right. What you're thinking.
That's right. I'd love it. I mean, the hole's not as big as it typically would be. Should Mazzara just be, or excuse me, Guzman just be holding the runner.
Yeah, he's over quite a bit towards second base, but the hole is still there. Guzman not, as Dallas said, not holding Simeon on. Hit deep, and that baby is gone. Ramon Laureano, a 2-run homer and a 3-run shot. And talk about jumping on a pitch to hit. So Colon, he's done. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
I tell you, still coming down off cloud 9. Little changeup working its way in, straight into the back path of Laser Ramon Laureano. You knew it, I knew it, we all knew it.
I tell you what, his swing on his first home run and his swing on that home run, they're not a whole lot different. But one went to right, one went to left. That is a nice path, isn't it?
Well, it's balance.
Yeah.
It's balanced. For him to be able to deliver that ball with authority to the right side. And now this to the left. Turn and burn on the combio. Just under the State Farm sign.
So 7 earned runs for Bartolo Colon. Jeffrey Springs comes in, left-hander. Just the 7th appearance for Springs.
2.79 ERA on the year. 19 1/3 innings. Down in AAA.
And that one called the ball. A no-doubter. Maybe not a Chris Davis no-doubter, but a no-doubter nonetheless. 2 homers and 5 RBIs for Ramon Laureano. That's a base hit.
Let's go to the numbers. StatCast. Tell me what we got. 109 off the bat, 28-degree launch angle, 416 feet up into the stands. That ball was leaned on.
So Pinder is going to hit for Martini. And with the lefty, Pinder steps up and he takes the first pitch low. Pinder's pinch hitting numbers. He will stay in the game after this pinch hitting appearance. Very well may get another at bat.
Well, it's an exciting job, but it's not an easy one. Coming off the bench cold.
Got to be ready.
In this day and age, you're probably stepping into the ring with 95 plus.
That one drops a little bit low. Good take by Pinder. So the A's now with 11 hits. Twice in this game they have had 4 consecutive hits. They did it in the 2nd inning and they've done it here in the 6th. Inside, and it's 3-2.
You talk about stringing stuff together. How often do we say it? Pass the baton, extend the inning.
Have been pretty good at that all year. Strike 3 called on the inside corner.
Tough take for Pinder. Feels like this ball's maybe in off. Just catches the black. It's a well executed fastball. In for the lefty.
Here's Chapman with 1 out. Chapman with a double, a fly ball to left, and a strikeout. Chapman now behind in the count 0-2. trying to get that fastball in on him.
I'm trying to crowd Chappie. Not somebody you want to let get extended on you. Way too strong for that. Try to tie him up.
Strike 3, outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jeffrey Springs.
Oh, he's moving the fastball around nicely. In, out, up, down. Taking a little off with the changeup. Just mixing speeds. Locating right now.
And if you're somebody like Jeffrey Springs in the big leagues for the first time, there's jobs to be won in the Rangers bullpen.
It's an opportunity to make an impression.
As you mentioned, Diekman traded, Keone Kela traded, Matt Bush on the disabled list.
All right, there's space, there's openings, there's opportunity. Come out and flash your skill set, show some poise. Keep your name fresh in the minds of evaluators as the season grinds on. You head into the offseason. You've made your impression.
And the Rangers team ERA is 4.93, 13th out of 15 teams. So obviously that's the issue. Score plenty of runs, but pitching has not been good. They've made the most errors in the American League, 89.
You got to put it all together at the right time, at the same time. And very rarely does that happen in professional sports, where both sides of the ball or all units are clicking at the same time.
Well, if you do that, that means you have a great team, and you very well may win the World Series.
That's when you see
Think
teams.
about the Astros last year. They led the major leagues in runs scored. Their
Right.
pitching was great.
Right.
They catch everything, and they won the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, it's no mystery. You pitch well, play good defense, and score just one more than the other team.
Yeah, you're probably going to win a lot.
Yep.
3-1 to Lowry. Way inside, he walked it. So Lowry walks for the second time. The inning continues. 8th man to bat is coming up, and that's Chris Davis. Top of the 6th at Safeco. Astros 4, Mariners 3. Felix Hernandez still out there for the Mariners, as is Garrett Cole.
Well, you know, Felix has felt a bit of resurgence as well. Back in the rotation. Not that they haven't been playing meaningful baseball. They have all season long, and you know this has to have invigorated Felix.
Absolutely. Not close, 2-0. Anthony Slocum signed Chris Davis's jersey before the game. The Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Anthony Slocum autographed jersey goes deep.
Hit hard but foul. So 2-1. Davis, his home run in the 3rd inning was his 37th. So he is 1 RBI away from 100 now.
It's always a nice benchmark to reach.
It's this one high and foul. There he is, signing the jersey.
Yep, right here. Is that good?
That's great.
That'll do.
He's psyched.
You know, he told him, don't watch that. It's got a homer in it.
Cannot watch that. 3-2 now. J.D. Martinez did not drive in a run tonight. He leads the American League in RBIs with 106. Chris Davis now 99. So he is 7 behind the RBI leader. He rips one foul. Heads up down there. Incoming.
Now the right thing to do.
Well, we know what the right thing to do is. So another 3-2 with 2 on, 2 out, and 3 runs in. Missed inside, he walked in. So now the bases are loaded. This was Chris Davis in the 3rd inning. If this looks like a long home run, it was.
It's because it went really far. He hit it really hard. And when you got Anthony Slocum vibes going for you, Kite, can't be stopped.
Nope. Well, now Matt Olson hits with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Olson tried to hold up on a slider, couldn't do it. For 3 so far for Olson. Talk about doing damage with the bottom of the order tonight. Oh my goodness. Piscotty 6, 7, 8, 9. Piscotty 2 for 3. Simeon 3 for 3. Laureano 2 for 3 with 5 RBIs. Lucroy 2 for 3. I got 9 for 12. I'm not sure that's right or not.
That is right. I was just doing the same thing. That is 9 for 12.
Got to check me on that stuff.
Holy hit parade.
So 1 and 2 now to Olson. So the lefty Booker starts to throw. Pitches hit foul down the left field line, headed into the 2nd level.
You know, Ole wants to win this AB here. Left on left matchup. Some run scoring opportunities. Fire's doing a little house cleaning there with the big ball.
Olson hits a towering pop-up to shallow right. And Mazzara has it, and that will do it. Well, big night for Mr. Laureano. A 3-run homer. That was in the 6th inning. He's got 5 RBIs and 2 home runs in the ballgame.
Mobile. The man on the mound tonight has been a man on a mission. Mike Fiers has been slicing and dicing fastballs up, breaking balls down, and everywhere in between. Has done a wonderful job of keeping the Texas Rangers off balance. Some swing and miss as well. Just another fine start by the veteran righty,
who has retired 15 in a row. One hit, that was Nomar Mazara's leadoff double in the second inning. He hit the next batter. Nothing since. Pinder is now in left. First pitch to Elvis Andrus is in for a strike. Andrus, Mazara, and Profar here in the 7th inning. 7-0 the A's lead. Grounded to second, right to Lowry. One away. So 94 pitches now for Fiers. So Bob Melvin says, come on, big fella, let's get through 7.
That's it.
Walk off to an ovation.
Get him through 7. Into the lefty Booker, who's ready and waiting down in the bullpen.
So Mazara steps up. He's got a double. And again, that's the only hit, and a ground out to first. So Booker is ready. And a good first pitch, inside corner strike. And a quick 0-2. So Fiers, he's just rocking and throwing now. In a nice groove. Got a nice rhythm going.
Let's just settle down. Get ahead with strike 1. And I say this a lot, pitching becomes fun. What do I mean by that? Well, you now can start to set guys up. Working off your misses. It's not a struggle to get back into the count. You're looking to put guys away.
Chapman to first. Got it. What a play by Chapman. Remember, he was playing the shift shortstop spot. He ended up in shallow center field.
Well, that's it, Kipe. He gives ground, looking to get himself a little bit better opportunity on the hop. Momentum heading back into left field.
He's out.
You see there, gets a hop he can handle. A little bit of trouble getting it out of the glove.
Foot on the bag? Yep, I think it was.
Looks like Ole held the bag.
So they are going to look at it. I'm not sure what Jeff Bannister's.
And that's the look right there. See Ole's foot on the bag, ball in the back of the glove.
Here's a pretty good look. Ball in.
And I know Olsen's momentum coming off the bag might give you the perception that he wasn't holding the bag at the time of the catch, but
Previous play is under review.
See, I think he's out.
oh, he's out.
I think that replay right there is probably the best look.
Yeah.
It's a quick call, and he is out. So what a play by Chapman, and Matt Olson, thank you for being 6'4".
Yeah.
So we're not sure what this conversation is about. And now Bannister's going to talk to Bruce Streckman, home plate umpire, one more time. So if we find out what that conversation is about, we certainly will let you know. But
Well, now Marvin Hudson, the third base umpire, has gone over to talk to Bob Melvin and just kind of relay the information. It's got to put all the ducks in a row.
So 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. And here's Jurickson Profar. First pitch, just a little bit low, not by much. Pitch number 99 coming up from Mike Fiers. He walked the first batter of the game. It was Shin-Soo Choo, a lengthy at bat.
10 pitches.
Now he's got 1 walk and 8 strikeouts. Scooped up by Lowry. Side retired. 18 in a row retired by Mike Fiers. 7-0 A's, 7th inning stretch.
Brought to you by the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid, America's first hybrid minivan. Test drive one today.
Seven nothing A's lead the Rangers. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. Jeffrey Springs, the left-hander, stays out there for the Rangers. A's bullpen is quiet for right now. Remember, Buchner was up and he was pretty well loosened up. Update from Seattle, Mitch Haniger with an RBI single in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Mariners. So that game is now tied 4-4 with Seattle still batting in the bottom of the 6th, and both the starters are now out of the game. Driven to center. That one's hit a ton, and that baby's gone. Got out of here in a hurry, Stephen Piscotty, number 16.
Feet away on an absolute line. Linear, laser, rod, all of the above. This ball is smoked. That got out of here quick, fast, and in a hurry, folks.
Yes, it did. So Piscotty, he's got 3 hits, a single, a double, and a homer. He's now at 12 hits in the game. Marcus Semien, he was looking for his 4th hit, but Anders grabs it. Where was the pitch, Dallas?
In a place we'd like to call the Nitro Zone, aka Broadway. You ever heard of a little place called Main Street, Kite? Well, again, 441 feet away. I don't know if that's farther than KD's, but it got out of here a heck of a lot faster.
So 4 home runs tonight by the A's, also 4 doubles. Here's the man of the hour, though, Ramon Laureano. So he's got a 2-homer game. Players Day have a 2-homer game, the same game as hit their first career home run in Oakland A's history. Matt Olson, Mike Heath, and Mitchell Page. Matt Olson, that was in Chicago against the White Sox. Laureano tonight, 2-run homer in the second, 3-run homer in the sixth, 1 to right, 1 to left.
When Ole had about 40 home runs in the last 10 games of the season.
Something like that.
Man.
Give or take. So Buchter back up.
Start moving around with 1 out, 2 strikes.
Chase that one, and that's out number 2.
Laureano got himself a changeup here. He's taking some very nice swings throughout the evening. Springer with a nice 4-seam changeup here. Down and away.
So Jonathan Lucroy steps up. He's got 2 hits. He doubled in the second, hit a fly ball to left field in the fourth, and then singled in the sixth. Went a little bit inside. Drilled the right center field, and that's another hit for Lucroy. He's got 3 hits. Well, that's a nice stroke.
Very simple. Shoot it to right. It's a very basic approach, but it looks so good when executed. You're right, Kite. Nice and steady. Takes a little 2-seamer moving away from him. Right up into the alley.
Hey, I got hitters 6, 7, 8, 9. Update. 11 for 16 on the night.
Production at the bottom.
Yep. Those first 5 guys are just not pulling their weight tonight.
Yeah. Team effort.
Foul back by Chad Pinder, his second at bat.
All right, here it is, Kite. 108 miles an hour off the bat, 24-degree angle. 441 feet. And about 3 feet off the ground.
So 1 and 2 to Pinder. He's now with 170 home runs on the year. 37 games left to play in the season for the A's.
Starting to hit him at home.
He's got 18 home games left, 19 road games left after tonight. That'll get you to 37. Time sure flies when you're having fun.
Oh.
Of course, the season did start on June 16th this year.
That's right, a little condensed.
A's are 40 and 14 in their last 54 games, and that stretch started on June 16th. That's why we joke that, well, we just decided to start the season then.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
Pinder, pop-up foul down the right field line. A's are also 37-25 at home now. They've won 19 out of 24 at home. So we could go on and on with these numbers if we really wanted to.
They played better at home. They played better within the division.
Yep.
And there's a lot of things that point to the late run of success.
On the ground toward third. Short way to second, and that will do it for the A's. Stephen Piscotty with his 16th home run of the year. 8th inning coming up. The A's leading 8-0.
California is brought to you by Toyota. Designed for the grind that comes through every time. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. By Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV.
Top of the 8th inning, 8-0. The A's lead, and the A's for the first time tonight go to the bullpen. Ryan Buchter takes over here in the 8th. First pitch to Gallo, hit into center field for a base hit. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts. 37th appearance for Buchter. Remember earlier in the year he spent a fair amount of time on the disabled list, but he's healthy. And he is the lone left-hander in the A's bullpen.
That's right. You look at the bottom there, you see why. 154 against the lefties. Tell you who else was good. Mike Fiers. 7 innings. 1 hit. Shutout baseball.
1 walk. 8 strikeouts for Fiers.
And a good curveball working tonight. Split. It's usually always there. But the adjustment he made at the very beginning of the game, you know, talked about him not being able to really execute with the fastball down in the zone. So instead of beating a dead horse, he dips into the secondary, figures out the curveball is feeling nice, starts to work that in there. And the rest is history.
Good fastball there from Buchter. So 1-2 to Ronald Guzman. Here's your full shift. Chapman playing right at the shortstop spot. Looped into left in front of Pinder for a hit. So a couple of lefties, Gallo and Guzman, get hits off Buchter.
Well, not very hard contact off the lefty. Gallo, he got closer to the label here towards the end.
So now Buchter will face a right-handed hitter in Robinson Chirinos. Chirinos a fly ball to left field, and then he struck out in the 5th. First pitch is popped up left field toward the line. Now coming in is Pinder, foul territory. Right at home plate, he's got it. Home plate of the bullpen.
Yeah, and that can be scary at times. Those plates can get slick and slippery, especially with the moisture in the air here in the East Bay.
And I would guess he's getting a little help from his teammates in the bullpen.
Oh, yeah.
This is Carlos Tocci. He's hitting for Robinson. Tocci, right-handed hitter. First pitch to Tocci, right down the middle, first strike. Still 4-4 Astros Mariners. That game now in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Seattle tied it in the bottom of the 6th. Astros did not score in the top of the 7th. And the Mariners hitting. So that's a good ball game up there. And Great Northwest looks like a pretty nice crowd at Safeco tonight. They've been drawing well.
They have. It's always been a beautiful park, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Nice playing surface.
Seattle averaging over 30,000 a game. Olsen on the move. He's not going to get it. It's a nice play.
The correction on the batter is actually number 15, Carlos Tocci, batting for Robinson.
Look at that. Didn't want to kick over the juice.
What's you can see Ole coming in hot behind him. Got a little
confident, huh?
Got a little strut going to him. Peacocking a little.
0-2 to Tocci. Lucroy sets up inside. Ariano hustling in. He'll get there. And he makes the catch.
Tomorrow at 8 p.m. it's a very special tribute to 49ers legend Dwight Clark, featuring letters from fans reflecting on the catch. Letters to 87 includes the letter writers as well as Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott, Eddie DeBartolo, and Keena Turner. Presented commercial free by Toyota on NBC Sports Bay Area.
So now lefty on lefty. Buchter will try to get Chu and keep the Rangers off the board. Chu has walked, struck out, and he has grounded out.
And it's a big deal right now for the lefty out there, Buchter. 8-0 ball game. The adrenaline might not necessarily be there like it would be in a close one-run ball game. But you look for little things to keep you motivated, to keep you focused. Keeping the shutout intact, winning the battle against a lefty here. You've kind of lost your little battles against the two lefties you faced earlier. You like to go out on a high note.
Ball's just foul. And the count 1-1 to Shin-Soo Choo.
How about that? You got one, I got one.
That's it. We can go home now.
Just wait till they start fighting over whose is who's in the car on the way home.
Keep the windows closed. Down the left field line, and that'll reach the seats. Oh. You want to talk about baseball excitement? Look at that.
Well, look at his buddy there. Might be his brother, might be his pal. He's as excited, if not more, for him that he's got one too now. Look at that.
That's awesome.
Cheers to a memory, my friend.
Let's put the ball in the hat. You want it and then wear it? Okay.
Nobody will know.
Another foul ball. So Chu is making everybody happy.
Remember the first AB of the game. He was grinding against old Fires.
He can string together along at bat.
He's not afraid. Battle, battle. Is he high up on that front toe?
And he got a hard slider. Chu strikes out, so Buchter gets out of the jam. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Nobody happier than those two.
Of the Oakland Athletics. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Here's tonight's game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. All A's tonight, 0-3-0 for the Rangers, 8-13-0 for the Athletics. A's battered around Bartolo Colon. Mike Fiers, sensational. 7 innings, 1 hit. He retired the last 18 straight, and the A's have hit 4 home runs tonight. They got 4 doubles. Ramon Laureano, a 2-run homer and a 3-run homer. So a good night all around for the Athletics. We'll keep a close eye on that game up in Seattle. Alex Claudio is the new pitcher.
Breakout night for the youngster Laureano.
Chapman is retired, so that's out number 1. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. It's your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair expert. So Alex Claudio comes in.
Your attention, please.
Speaking of breakout season, Claudio had one last year, but he has not been able to quite repeat his success this year. He was really good last year.
Somebody that Bannister relied on heavily. Performed well. He's seen himself at the back end of ball games, getting a big lefty out, a high leverage situation. Lots of spots in between. And you can see very funky delivery.
Carlos Tocci stays in the game in center field. This is Mark Canna. Canna's hitting for Lowry. Jed Lowry, well, he was in there, went 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. And now 3-0 to Mark Canna. Nice season for Canna. 14 homers, 42 RBIs. He's got 18 doubles, 79 hits on the game. That one is not close, way inside.
Well, the team has been announced, and now it's your turn to celebrate the inaugural A's Hall of Fame class with a giveaway plaque presented by 7-Up. As part of the celebrations planned for Wednesday, September 5th, you can get your piece of history by grabbing tickets at athletics.com/pinstripes. The first 15,000 fans get this giveaway, so don't miss out on history by grabbing your tickets at athletics.com/pinstripes today.
Well, here's Chris Davis. You get the feeling Chris Davis, we talked in the open of our show how tough he is on the Texas Rangers, and he's homered again tonight. He's had 8 home runs against the Rangers this year. That he doesn't really, he doesn't take his helmet or gloves or bat off. He just stands next to the bat rack and just waits for his turn to come up, right? Just stands there. Line drive, base hit, right center field.
Yeah, the way he's going, it feels like that's what he does in his sleep as he hits. He just continues to rake. And we know about the power to the opposite field, but we've mentioned, as we've seen some guys really sort of start to click in their ability to use the entire field, go the other way. Another fine example there for KD. It's not a homer. Very, very solid piece of hitting.
Here's something else to think about with Chris Davis, and we've talked a lot about how we think he is a much better hitter this year, all-around hitter. And he's going to strike out a lot, but he makes up for it by doing major damage. But last year, he struck out 195 times. And that's a lot, but he also hit 43 home run. This year, he's only struck out 125 times.
Right.
So he has chopped off his strikeout total a lot. Now, still 37 games left. Out at second, run's going to come in to score. That's Canna. So that makes it 9-0. And you know what? Olson says, I'll take that RBI on a fielder's choice.
Sure. It's about doing the little things, regardless of what the scoreboard says. Beat on a pitch down and out of the zone. Hook it to the right side. Not hit hard enough to be doubled off. You bring the run in.
So Olson gets his 59th RBI, 9-0 A's, 2 away. Olson at first. But you kind of see my point on Chris Davis. I'm not saying we want him to stop striking out, because he is going to do that. It's a pretty significant drop off. And if he's making more contact,
right,
he's not cutting down his swing.
No, that means that's bad news for the opposing team.
Exactly, that's my point. I mean, he's not changing his style. He's still swinging hard, and he's still hitting the ball extremely hard. But when the season's over, if he strikes out 30 or 40 times less, and he's putting the ball in play that many more times.
And I think what'll be interesting is to see how those numbers do actually bear out. And you'll take a look at the on-base percentage at the end and see if, you know, it's about the walks.
Yeah.
Do you find that makeup in the average itself? And something else I think you would take a look at during this run of this season, if those strikeout numbers are indeed cut down, is the exit velocity. How hard is he hitting the ball still?
It's probably going to be the same or more.
Pretty hard.
So another run for the A's, and we are headed to the 9th inning. 9-0 Athletics lead. night. Coverage starts at 6:30 right here in NBC Sports California. Young right-hander by the name of Ariel Gerardo against Brett Anderson. Anderson will be making his 12th start. Game 2 of this 3-game series. Day game on Wednesday. And then off to Minnesota. We know nothing about the Twins because we have not played the Twins yet. How does that happen? 4-game series at Target Field. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair expert. So the 9th inning goes to Sean Kelly. Kelly pumps a fastball in there for a strike to Odor, who disagrees with the call. Odor tonight is 0 for 3, and he is a hot hitter. Another strike, 1 and 2.
Well, that's probably the more frustrating part for Odor. Coming into tonight, been swinging the bat very well. Get put on the shelf with a little offer.
Lifts this one to left field. Canna's out there, and Canna makes the catch. So out number 1 here in the top of the 9th inning.
Number 1, Elvis Andrews.
So here's Elvis Andrus. Andrus is 0 for 3. He has grounded out 3 times. Goes after the first pitch, fouls it. So Pinder at second, Canna is in left. That's the defensive change. Astros and Mariners still tied 4-4, that game in the bottom of the 8th inning. Chapman leaps up and grabs it. Timed his jump perfectly, had to go kind of a high backhander, and he grabbed it 2 away.
Well, it's a ball that Andrews gets around, and you'll see from this angle, this ball starts to hook towards the line. So as Chappie elevates, the ball moves on him. But you can see in a ready position, climbs the ladder. What an athlete.
So 2 outs. Here's Nomar Mazara. First pitch, a little bit outside. Mazara has 1 of the 3 hits tonight. It was a double way back in the 2nd inning. Swings and misses 1-1. So fires 7 brilliant innings. Buchter worked out of a jam in the 8th. Kelly trying to wrap it up here in the 9th. Grounded. Quick throw. That's the ball game. So Sean Kelly, a nice quiet top of the 9th inning. And the A's get the shutout in game 1 of the series over the Texas Rangers. And that's the hero tonight, Ramon Laureano. A pair of home runs, 5 RBIs. And he helps Mike Fiers get the W for the Athletics. So the series starts well for the A's. And tonight's game took 2 hours and 48 minutes. The attendance 9,341. Final score: the A's shut out the Rangers 9-0. Time now for A's Post Game Live. Let's head back to the studio.